Hi there, it's MarVeena Meek. Welcome to my October issue. And today we're going to talk about some ways that you can honor your ancestors. As you know, we're coming up to All Souls Day. And one of the ways that you can honor the memory of special people that have gone on before you is to create what I call as an ancestor altar. An ancestor altar is just a little place that you can set aside in your home. It could be on the top of a mantle or on a dresser or any place that's sort of maybe out of the way or someplace where you know it will be safe, that you won't be like throwing your car keys down on it or people setting other things on it. It's definitely a place that you set aside for your ancestors. And there's any number of ways that you can set this up and where it has heart and meaning for you. So you could start with a nice photograph that's in a nice frame, or you could have a series of photographs. And what I like to do is put out like a little tea candle or a little candle that is in a protective jar, like maybe a saint's candle or a prayer candle. And you can also set aside a little container that you can burn some incense. And then if there are other objects that you have that are particular to that person, or something that maybe they gave you, or other things that maybe they won, like if they won some medals, that you might could put those on the altar. Anything that puts you in mind of them in a good way. And so you could just organize those, and maybe some crystals or a nice plant. And so you just set up your photograph with your candle in front of it, and maybe your incense and other little things, and just light the candle. And then with the candle flame, light your incense. And as you light the incense, you just sort of blow the incense and let it kind of float over the photograph and all of the memorabilia, and just send out a prayer. Just let your heart talk to that person as if they were right there, and just tell them that you appreciate their memory and that you have gained a lot from their example, that you learned a lot from them, and that you value them being in your life path and how they might have helped you, how they might have been special to you. You can also further honor their memory by, on All Saints Day, is preparing a special meal that they might have really loved. So, for instance, if you're doing an ancestor altar for your grandmother and she particularly liked fried chicken and smashed eggs, and then you could prepare that meal for her, and just take a little bitty plate and put a little bit of that on there, and just set that aside from her for her in her honor, and then eat the rest of it in your meal that day. And as you're having your meal, then you want to think about her. And if you have kids or if you have family around, you can share stories about your grandmother and how you used to go out to the ranch, and she would always fix these things because she had a lot of chickens, and she liked have smashed eggs and fried chicken on Sunday, and just share the memory. So this is a way of preserving her story for future generations and keeping her memory alive, and also the teachings that she brought to you, the special things that she helped you to gain from, to help you sort of reinforce those qualities in your life. Do you have any more questions about creating an ancestor altar, or you would like to do a mediumship reading to connect to your ancestors, then give me a call, and or send me an email. I would love to hear from you. So you all have a really wonderful October. Thank you. I'm MarVeena Meek. Bye-bye.